What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel, bringing y'all some hot content. Today's video is going to be an install video. I know you guys love them. Today we're going to be installing some ISSPRO gauges on the 4th gen dually. That's right, ISSPRO was kind enough to hook up the channel, send us some goodies. So now what we're going to do is we're going to have a video installing them. I did glow shifts on the 3rd gen. This time I said I got to switch it up. Shout out to my boy Eric, OKC Garage. Now it used to be OKC 6.7 on YouTube, but he sold his 4th gen, so he changed the name to Garage. But he got a 3rd gen on his channel now that he's doing a complete 3rd gen 5.9. I think it's an 06 mega cat build. Make sure you guys go follow my boy. I'll have a link to his YouTube channel in the description. Subscribe because he has a lot of stuff going on with his truck. If you guys love 3rd gen content, which I know you do because you watch my content, you're going to love his content too, man. And he's just starting to build too. So shout out to my boy Eric over at LKC. He basically convinced me a while ago to get ISSPRO gauges, and we got them in now. So we're going to go ahead and install them. Also with that, the Banks I-dash gauges will be for sale. All 3 of them out the door, $850. Okay, that's a setup. That is a $1,200 setup. So they're brand new. They'll work on any vehicle 2008 and newer, or they'll work on any truck, I guess. It says on the website, it says 2008 plus canvas, so I'm assuming 2008 and newer OBD2 ports. So they're for sale. So if you want them, message me on Instagram at oh god, I've been out the loop so long. God dang. Message me on Instagram, everything_diesel, or email me at everythingdiesel@gmail.com. If you want to get them, I'll ship them out. $850 ship out the door to you. That's kind of like a super Black Friday deal, because that's over that's almost $400 off of brand new. And I mean, they work the same. Nothing's wrong with them. They're awesome. It's just I want to switch it up. You know what I'm saying? Bring you guys some content. All right. So now I'm gonna show you guys what we're working with. All right. All right. Let's check these bad Larrys out. Whew. And y'all, these got custom built. So if you guys didn't know, ISSPRO makes gauges, and this is specifically for my Longhorn fellas out there. They make gauges for the 4th gens, whether you have an early 4th gen, 2010 to 2012 Longhorn, or if you have a 13 and newer Longhorn. They make the gauges that match up with the instrument cluster, and that's exactly what I wanted. These are so nice. We got to get to it, man. So you can see from the left here, we got what is that, boost gauge up to 100 psi. Some of y'all should already know why it's up to 100 psi. We got the pyrometer gauge, also known as the EGTs, up to 1600 degrees Fahrenheit. And then we got the fuel pressure gauge up to 30 psi. Now, if you guys have been following the channel for a bit, you guys know that these are the same gauges, like the same parameters I had for my 3rd gen on the white 3rd gen when I had glow shift gauges, which the glow shift gauges work fine for me, no issues with them. But we're gonna step the quality up. We're gonna run some ISSPROs now. I've never installed ISSPROs before. It definitely is a little different than glow shifts, because glow shifts were kind of just plug and play. ISSPROs are I think it's a little bit more tedious, but ain't nothing that we can't do on this channel. So we're gonna go ahead and get started by removing the old Banks gauges, which is gonna take like 3 minutes maybe, and then we'll go from there. I think I'm gonna start off with the boost gauge, and then I'll go to the EGT gauge, and then the last one we'll do is gonna be the fuel pressure, because I have to get on the floor and all that stuff. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, y'all, a little bit of time went by. Figured I got to give y'all an update, let y'all know what we got going on. All right, so first order of business, we went ahead and installed the EGT probe. All right, it's fully installed. I know it's hard to see because the Dirty Diesel custom plate is installed, but it's there. That's a pre-tapped 1/8 of an inch MPT port. So I went ahead and removed the plug that was there, and I went ahead and screwed in the EGT probe. The goal of this is for it to be as clean and as incognito as possible. So there's a plug right there that you connect to the EGT probe, and then that wire runs into my cab, that blue wire back there. And then I just used the little grommet plug that was there, factory
I use that guy. That's if you have a G56, that's where the clutch would come through at, but I obviously don't. So the blue wire is the EGT Probe wire. The wire with the cover, with the shield over it, that goes to the left with the green and red, that leads up to here. Sorry, I'm zooming y'all out. That leads up to here. What this is going to be the boost. This is for the boost tube, or not boost tube. This is for the boost reading. Only issue we have is that the fit-in is not an 1/8 of an inch MPT, because when I tried to install it, it wouldn't fit. Now you get an option. You can choose whether to install it on a factory manifold bolt. Any of these bolts here actually reads boost. I took it out and tried to put it in. It's too big. It won't even fit. And then on the side of my intake horn, I got super glare on my screen right there. Those are 1/8 inch MPT ports, and I tried to install them there. Same thing, wouldn't install because it's too big. So I gotta hit up ISSPRO. It's nothing crazy, but just gotta hit up ISSPRO, get the right size boost fitting sent out. But basically, I think I'm gonna run it here because it looks a lot cleaner. So you would just have the harness come here, and it will plug in like that, and then I'd zip tie it. My last truck, I had it connected there, which looks a little goofier, but whatever. I gotta put the factory bolt back in up there too. So we got that going for us. I ran, and I didn't realize it until after, but I ran the basic 3 wires you'll need. So these 3 color, orange, black, and red, these are the wires that you would use for every ISSPRO gauge. I only need the negative out here for the ground. The red, which is the ignition on, and the orange, which is the illumination. I mean, I can probably find somewhere in here, but the red's already out there, so I'm gonna find something that's ignition on under the hood, and then I'll just use that wire. What else? I mean, I could run it to the ignition switch over there too, now that I think about it. Or actually, no, I can use wherever my air dog is at. Yeah, I can do that, because the air dog, I had to run, I'm pretty sure I ran into a fuse underneath the hood, so I could just tap into that. There we go, answer solved. All right, so check it out, y'all. It looks crazy, but don't be intimidated. It is very simple. You just have to take your time. So in here, what I just did was I popped out, and this applies for the 4th gens. Mine is a 14, but for my illumination, the orange wire, I went ahead and tapped in right here behind the plug. The color wire for my truck is the orange, and it's like orange and gray kind of. Focus. It's like an orange and gray color, and that's the ignition on. So what happens is, turn on the headlights. This is the wire here, right? Put it up to my test light. You see that? So that right there is headlights on, and then you can tell that it is, because when I turn it off, when I tap it, it doesn't come on. Okay, so that's that. This orange one, oh sorry, blue, I'm all color messed up. This blue one I was telling y'all about, this is for the EGT probe. Okay, so we have that. This one right here is going to be for the boost gauge. All right, and what they do is they tell you how to order the wires in here, because what's going to happen is you're going to have to utilize these crimpers. If I can get my camera to zoom out, you're going to have to utilize these crimpers here. So you can see, god dang, man, I'm all messed up. Sorry about that. So you can see here, all right. So you got to put the wires in a specific order, because that way it can communicate properly with the gauge. This is just I guess to make sure it goes in or something. I don't know. So we got that going on for us. So what all I'm doing essentially is I'm running all the wires. It's easier if you run your wires coming from whatever you're running them to. So for me, my exhaust manifold, the intake manifold for the boost. The last one we have is going to be fuel pressure from the air dog, which I might run into, snag into something with the issue down there, because the port is facing towards the frame, and I don't know if I have enough clearance to be able to thread that fuel pressure sensor onto the air dog, but we'll find out when we get down there. I'm saving that for last, that way, because I don't feel like getting under the truck. Yeah, so now for every gauge, right? Every gauge will have a red, orange, and black wire in this order. Now, if you look at it, they number the pins. They number the pins 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So your first 3 pins will always be in that order and that color. Okay, so easy way to clear up clutter and a wire rat nest is just tap. Okay, so I got my one orange here, and then from the gauges I'll just daisy chain them to this one wire. That way, and that's why I bought these, so that way I can just daisy chain them to one wire. Same thing with the ground, same thing with the ignition on. Okay, so I'll have one wire for my ignition on coming up here, one wire for the ground coming up here, and they're gonna go, and then from here I'll daisy chain them to the respective ones, if that makes sense. So let me make a little bit more progress with y'all with this, and then I'll get back with y'all. Oof. All right, y'all, we're underneath the truck now. I just wanted to show y'all that it can be done in the event you run into this issue. But there is the fuel pressure sensor connected to the air dog. Now this is the air dog 5G 220 GPH, so you can see right there into that fit-in, that Boss whatever it is union went ahead and installed the pressure sensor for the fuel pressure. All I did was I came over here and I undid, because I didn't have enough room. I was nervous that I didn't have enough room for the plug, because it's a tight fit, the wall against the wall, but there's just enough clearance behind it. You can see the wires are not pushed up or anything. Nothing's like getting impeded, where you can make it fit. Biggest thing is making sure you thread this down all the way, because it'll feel like it's tight, but it's actually not. It needs to get threaded down all the way so it's not leaking. I primed the pump to see if it was going to leak out of there. Everything checks good, so now we can run these wires to the inside the cab. But what I did to be able to get enough room to get this installed, because what the problem is the clip. Trying to clip it is, you don't have any room because of the frame wall. So what I did was I took out the 4 mount bolts, right? So you got 2 here and then 2 on the other side. I took those out, and hold on a sec. I took those out and I slid the pump out, like away from the frame, but I couldn't get it out all the way because the filter gets in the way from these little arms here. So what I did was I unscrewed the filter enough, like maybe like that much, enough to where I can like slide it out one side, and then I was able to connect it. So she's back in there, she's solid, she ain't going nowhere. I've been down here for probably about 40 minutes. So I'm gonna get up now, but I just wanted to show y'all that real quick. Alright, so we went ahead and ran the fuel sensor wire harness up into the cab. I'm gonna leave that here for now, because I'm gonna start setting these up to the actual respective gauges. Real quick, I wanted to show you guys. So I know earlier you heard me say something about air dog for the accessory wire. Don't even have to go that far. Keep it simple. Once again, shout out to my dog Eric, OKC Garage, because he gave me the idea. I don't even know why I didn't think about this. Find an accessory in your vehicle. Okay, so for this model, I don't know if the other Fortunes have it, but at least for this truck, I don't know what this is. I don't know if that's a mic or I don't know what it is, but it has a accessory wire on it, that pink wire. So if you're looking at it, the 3rd wire from the left, so you got green, orange, and then that pink one. That pink one is an accessory on and off one. You can test it with your light tester, you'll see it. But that one's an accessory, so that's what's going to be my on and off for the gauges for the whenever I turn them on. All right, so we're getting there, man. The hard part's done. All the wires are ran up here. Now it's just get them the right length in accordance with the pillars. Get them the right length, zip tie them, clean them up, and we can at least test fuel pressure and EGTs today, and then later on I'll have boost. So all right, you guys, so I figured I would show y'all real quick how to set up the pins, okay? Because I can't really, it took me a second. I had to read it a couple times before I figured it out, but it's very simple. So what happens is let me grab this real quick. What happens is, real quick, with your kit, you're gonna get this orange guy, which is the actual, like, the prongs, and then you're gonna get an installation tool kit, and then you're gonna get a backing plate, which is gonna slide. Which is once you have all your stuff lined up and crimped in, you're gonna slide this over, and this basically acts as a cover. And then what you can do is you can cut all these excess ones sticking out like that off. But all you're gonna do, okay, so the order of my wires from left to right is 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so what it tells you in the instructions is the side of the installation tool, this side here with the back plate, that you want to have your number 6 wire starting in there. All right, so right there, so it's gonna look something like this. I'm doing this with 2 hands, okay? I'm sorry, I'm doing this with 1 hand. So once you get the tool in there, right? So you're crimping it. Once you have this tool in here, this tool is what holds them in place, and it's also what forces the wires to get spliced into the connector. So all you're gonna do, and it's kind of tricky, but you're gonna get some pliers or some channel locks. I use channel locks, and you're basically going to pinch down on it until they're fully seated. And the way you know, I can't get it off. 1 second. All right, sorry about that. The way you know they're fully seated is that if you look underneath, so if I rotate this up and you look underneath, right, you can see they're fully in there. They're not sticking out. When they're fully seated, you shouldn't be able to see them. Oh, there we go. It should look like that when they're fully seated. All right. So just a little FYI in terms of how to install it. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna clip all of these and I'm gonna install this back plate. Show y'all what that look like when I'm done. Bada boom, super clean, y'all. Sorry about the glare. You can see there, I clipped them and I slid on the cover, and then all we do is snap this into the back of the gauge, which my ISSPRO gauge should be, oh wow, okay, it's in my back seat. All right, you guys, after a very long day, I started this at, it's 4:30 right now. It seems longer because the sun set so goddamn early. I think I started at like, we'll just say 9 o'clock, 9:30, because I had to run to Harbor Freight. I had to run to O'Reilly's to pick up connectors and stuff like that. So we'll just say 9:30 started, finishing up right now. Legitimately, like, everything's wrapped up. I'm about to start it up for the first time so you guys can see it. But they're in. So I'll let you guys check them out. I apologize for the lighting. Obviously, you guys know this daylight savings ain't no joke, man. But they came out so good. We got fuel pressure, pyro, boost, baby, 100 psi too, by the way. But yeah, and I am keeping, obviously I'm keeping the triple pillar. You can get one on Glow Shift for like 50 bucks. But just to kind of give you a comparison, what they look like. So I don't know how well, if you're looking at the original ones, right? Looking at that, and then we come over here. That's pretty OE right there, man. It don't get much better than that. You know what I'm saying? Lights work, everything works. I'll go ahead and turn the keys for y'all, or push the button. See, fuel pressure just jumped up because the air dog primed itself, got up there. All right, we're gonna go ahead and start this thing up, see what's up. There we go. First start of the day too, by the way. Oh, we got EGTs. All right, let me go ahead and turn the lights on for y'all. Woo! Oh man, fuel pressure looking beautiful. You want that 15 to 20 psi. EGTs already went up. Love it. About 200. And we have no boost. But they look good, man. It's nighttime. Uh-oh. And obviously you can look, you know what I'm saying, like I said earlier, you see the resemblance
you know, the dimmer works, right? So right now the headlights are on. Turn them off, they turn off. Look how clean they turn off like that. So nice and professional. These also have the warning gauges built into them. So right here is a little red, right underneath where it says turbo boost, there's a little dot that'll light up red. I don't know if you saw when I first turned them on. But they'll light up, and yeah. It's good fuel pressure, 20. Let's stay like that. And get underneath here and check for leaks real quick. Drain the water filter on the air dog when I was down there, since I haven't done it yet. Yeah, man. So like I said, boost gauge isn't hooked up, so I got it zip tied for now. As soon as we get the right one in, all I gotta do is come right here, take it out, screw it in, and connect it, and it works like a charm. So we're good there. The only wire we have up here is the ground, right there. Everything's super clean. You see the blue wire back there, but it's zip tied up. I know it doesn't look like it. And then that wire over there leads to the EGT probe on the manifold. That's all tight. So yeah, man, she's squared away. She is squared away. Paint's still looking good after the ceramic coating. I'm gonna turn her off real quick. Yeah, man, paint's still looking good. I usually have my headlights in auto, but it's still looking good from the ceramic coating, man. This has been, it's dusty now. Like if you get up on it, the paint got dust on it, but this has been a week, or it's actually whenever I made the video, my welcome back video, so almost 2 weeks. Next Thursday it'll be 2 weeks. So it's been about a week, a little over a week. Actually yesterday made a week. Shoot, what am I thinking? Yeah, so it's only been 8 days. But if anybody knows anything about California, it's super dusty. So yeah, but it looks so good still. It still looks super wet. I haven't washed it yet either. Haven't put the top coat on or anything like that. So I still gotta do that for the paint. All these damn leaves, man. Super impressed. So happy. Oh yeah. Boom. Well, that's gonna wrap up this job. Alright, y'all, that's gonna do it for this video, man. I appreciate you guys checking out the video. Give it a thumbs up. I was gonna say smash up. Give it a thumbs up, like, comment, let me know what y'all think about it. You guys, I'm already getting asked a million questions on Instagram because I put a little thing on my story showing me installing the ISSPRO gauges, kind of like a teaser or whatnot. I'm already getting people asking me like, oh, anything in particular, why are you taking the banks off? There's nothing wrong with the banks gauges. There's nothing wrong with the way they work, the way they perform. It's a personal preference. Like legitimately, I wanted analog style ISSPRO gauges, cut, dry, blank. The Banks I- gauges are far superior than any analog any analog gauge that you can put on there. All right, but you're comparing apples to oranges. Like the purposes of them are, I'm not gonna say completely different, but they're just a lot different. You know, the I- is meant to monitor everything on your truck, everything. Obviously, something like the ISSPRO gauges are gonna monitor whatever specific parameter you chose or installed in your truck. You know what I'm saying? It's pretty common sense in that aspect. But there's nothing wrong with the Banks I- gauges. Nothing. I'm selling mine because they're just gonna sit here. You know what I'm saying? So I'm selling mine. They're for sale. $850 shipped to you. Black Friday special. Again, if you want them, email me at everythingdiesel@gmail.com. Or you can message me on Instagram at everything_diesel. You can do that and then go from there, man. So, and I'll let y'all see them one more time, just so y'all know. All right. Only thing you gotta buy is your own. You just gotta get your own triple pillar gauge. Yeah, sorry, my neighbor was being stupid, playing dumbass music. So yeah, oh yeah, and then what I'll do too is one of these is this middle one. This one already has the pin in it. That pin right there in the middle, it has it in there. So what this is that's the master gauge. That's the master gauge in the middle. So this is the gauge that you can clear, run codes. You can do it on all of them, but this one is the one that's gonna let you do everything on it. So I'll leave that in there. That way, whoever gets it, they got it. This will be a good Christmas gift for yourself, because I'm telling you right now, you're not gonna be able to get this for that price online. Good luck. So yeah, OBD2 harness, splitter, which is pretty. It's foolproof, man. It's foolproof. All right, y'all, we're gonna do it. We done skis. Until next time, thank you guys so much for checking the channel out. I love all you guys. I hope y'all had a good Thanksgiving. Be on the lookout soon. I'm still on the fence about the boost pipes, the hot cold pipe, if I want to just call it and send it and just install them as is, or if I want to powder coat them Illusion Cherry. It's hard, if at minimum I might do the cold side pipe and leave the hot side pipe, because you can't see the hot side pipe worth a damn. Like, even if I lift the truck through the wheel well, you're not going to see it, and if you do, it's barely enough. And then who says down the road I can't just take it off and powder coat it too? You know what I'm saying? So I might just send it. I don't know yet. I'm still on the fence though, so I would love to hear your guys' opinions on that. And then so we have the Banks intercooler tubes, and then we have the Boost Auto Park tow mirrors coming in soon. Let me know which one you would like to see first, because it's gonna take a little longer for the Boost mirrors. The mirrors should be here soon, but when I get the mirrors, they're going straight to the paint shop. My boy Hector down in Lemon Grove, California, is gonna hook that up, get them color matched to the truck. And then we're gonna throw them bad Larrys on. Those things are gonna be icy, man. I'm telling y'all, y'all ain't ready for this one. So make sure you subscribe, hit the bell notification. I heard some of y'all said that you have the notifications on, but you don't get it. Turn it off, turn it back on, and let's just hope YouTube fixes itself. All right. So until next time, take care, peace out. I'm done talking. All that good stuff. See y'all in the comments.